So hey Darcy, this is the Darcy Bomb. How did this idea come about? I've seen them around in other shapes as well earlier on. Where did this one come from?
The customer in Japan wanted a shorter, smaller board with the volume of a superfish, you know, the skip fry styles.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them getting waves and stuff, but they're very unmanoeuvrable, they sort of want to run straight. So we try to utilise width and thickness without going too far with length, and keeping the volume down because he wanted to surf at higher speeds, so you've got to keep the volume down for higher speeds. Especially being a small guy Japanese, it's hard to throw volume around. So I come about utilising a lot of outline, and the outline is quite straight when you pull the nose and tail out. So it gives you a longer outline, so you can shorten the board right down. So trial and error got us to 6 inches shorter than his normal board and 2 inches wider than his normal board.
Oh wow, okay.
And then, then we, while we were trying to make them, we were testing them, Ash and myself and a couple of the other guys who ride on the boards. And yeah, we got to a really nice, clean outline, which I, borrowed from 1982.
Yeah, wow.
Like a canyon, rusty person who does canyons, pretty much the same outline.
Okay. And what about in terms of beginners? Could they ride a board like this as well?
These boards are made to be ridden. They've got a lot of curve in them, so they turn really quick.
Yeah.
And enabling a board to turn really quick, you've got to place it where you're going to get your power from. And in really small waves, there's not much power. So you want to create power. And a beginner can't create power when they first get on the board. So I would suggest for a beginner or an intermediate surfer, you could ride this pretty much 2 inches longer than a normal board that they would ride for their size. The same width and maybe an eighth thicker, and I'll give them a bigger platform to ride, very stable. But once their ability comes up, the board will turn with them, and if their body movement's right, the board will turn with their body movement. So yeah, it could assist the beginner.
Okay, nice. And then one more question: where do you know SA breaks?
Yep.
Do you know where this would be best suited?
Well, I would say for the guys who are surfing Victor Harbour and places like that all the time, you could probably ride this when it's really small in Victor Harbour, or really sort of a real slow onshore swell, wind chop more than like, but around Middleton and around that area where the waves are quite slow and they're sort of long drawn out points, these are great. They're fantastic. Heaps of speed down the line, especially if a wave runs down the line. Sure. You can just start getting your speed up and really whipping it along. If the board's not reacting like that in those conditions, it's either usually too big.
Okay.
You've got too much board, because this much board, just an inch or 2 or 3 inches longer, it's a lot of board. It's not like a normal board.
Yeah.
You just, a lot of outline means, like the outline on a 5.4 is the same as an outline on a 6.1.
Okay.
So that line from there to there and this parallel of it is equal to a 6.1, and the 6.1's tail will come out here and the nose will come out there. So if you have them too long, they're very hard to ride.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Thanks for that.
That's right.